what I really discovered, I must have understood it subconsciously when I started, but once I started piecing the book together, I realized that from Edison right the way through Los Alamos, where Robert Oppenheimer, brought the atomic bomb to life, technologies change, but human nature doesn't. So the way that Thomas Edison managed his team of cross-functional engineers and experimentalists is really hardly any different to how I manage my teams at Container Solutions. So when you have people who are drawn to technical work that essentially use the technologies of yesterday to invent the technologies of tomorrow, those techniques hold. You need to create a safe space, you need to be respectful. Very importantly, you need to remove things out of the way. So the management of technical workers is not about adding things, it's not about adding Friday drinks or adding an extra catch-up. It's about moving things out the way so they can get into psychological flow, which is when they get the most productive and the most creative. So really, what I kind of figured out was you can't talk about cloud unless you talk about it in its historical context. But by doing that, we learned a really valuable lesson. Technologies change, but people and human nature doesn't. So I think around about chapter 14, we finally make it back to the 2000s. And a number of managers had said to me, that chapter was absolutely brilliant, because that's the chapter I talk about leadership at Netflix, talent at Netflix. I share some stories of Container Solutions, and finally, boom, the manager who's reading that book gets it. Now I understand why all of these things were used at Netflix and how they can be used in my own organization as we move forward.